Hello students, in this lecture we will study dielectrics and polarization in dielectrics. So this is a theoretical concept. In that first we will mention dielectrics. The major difference between dielectric and conducting medium is that dielectric do not contain free charges. This is a major difference. Dielectric do not contain free charges. In this case, charges are tightly bound together to form atoms and molecules. When an electric field is applied to the dielectric medium, then the bound charges are separated from each other by significant distance. Bound charges are separated by applying electric field. In this case, these charges act like a very small electric dipole. These charges act as a very small electric dipole. So what is dipole? Here dipole term comes. Dipole is when two equal and opposite charges separated by a distance is called as a dipole. Okay. So these electric dipoles are composed of positive and negative charges. The center of these charges do not coincide. So two equal and opposite charges separated by a distance d, this is a distance d, forms a dipole. These electric dipoles are composed of positive and negative charges, and the center of these charges do not coincide. Now because of these electric dipoles, an induced field is produced. This induced field tries to oppose the applied electric field. Okay, this phenomena of separation of bound charges by the application of electric field is called as polarization. So this is a definition of polarization. Phenomena of separation of bound charges by application of electric field is called as a polarization. Important definition. Phenomena of separation of bound charges by application of electric field. And in this case, the dielectric medium is said to be polarized. While before the application of electric field, the dielectric medium is unpolarized state. Here, polarization in dielectric concept. Here we will study important point here. This from this figure. That is, observe this figure. This is a center nucleus, and these are the cloud of electrons. And next, this is a unpolarized atom, and next this is a polarized atom. So here this is a effective center of cloud in the, at this center, and this is a nucleus positive charge. So observe these figures. According to that, we have to explain. In an atom, the nucleus is surrounded by a cloud of negative charges. So this is a nucleus, and this atom is surrounded by cloud of negative charges. So in an unpolarized condition, that means when an external electric field is not applied, then the simple structure of atom is shown. When external electric field is not applied, means when E is not applied, then this is a unpolarized structure. Then simple structure of atom is as shown in figure. Now when an external field is applied, then electron cloud is slightly displaced. When external electric field is applied, shown in this figure, show that is applied electric field. When external electric field is applied here, then electron cloud is slightly displaced. Then this electron cloud is slightly displaced, that is a nucleus change its position as shown in this figure. Okay, in this case there is a significant distance between effective center of cloud and nucleus. So there is a there is a significant distance between effective center of nucleus and effective center of cloud of the nucleus. That is a significant distance between effective center of cloud, this is the effective center of cloud, and the nucleus. Okay, there is a distance. That means in this case an electron cloud is said to be asymmetrical. In this case electron cloud is said to be asymmetrical. So this is a unpolarized atom, and this is a polarized atom. Okay, and this is a equivalent dipole. Diagram is shown, that is two equal and opposite charges separated by a distance, then it forms the dipole. Here in the polarization, that is the polarization causes increase in the electric flux density. Therefore, net increase in the bound charges within a closed surface is obtained. So, this is an important concept, that is a polarization causes increase in the electric flux density. Therefore, net increase in the bound charges within a closed surface is obtained. Therefore, net increase in the bound charges is given by QB is equal to minus of closed integral S P ds. What is the P? P is a polarization. So this is equation number 1. Then write Gauss law in terms of epsilon 0 E. So in terms of epsilon 0 E, we know that Gauss law Q is equal to closed integral d bar ds bar. Here d bar की जगह in terms of d bar, what is the d bar? D bar is equal to epsilon 0 E bar. We know that relation between D and E is a D bar is equal to epsilon 0 E bar. So Gauss law in terms of epsilon 0 E bar we have to write. So what is Gauss law? Gauss law close integral S D bar ds bar. So put the value of D bar in that equation, we'll get this equation. Okay. So Qt is equal to S close integral epsilon 0 E ds bar. But Qt, that is a Q total, is equal to bound plus free charges. Therefore, Qt is equal to Qb plus Q. Therefore, we can find the value of Q, that is Qt minus Qb. This Qb goes this side. Therefore, Q becomes this Qb goes this side. Therefore, Q becomes Qt minus Qb. Okay. So we will find Q, that is close integral yes. So subtract this Q total minus this equation. Therefore, in bracket close integral outside we can mention, and epsilon 0 E plus minus minus plus P ds. This equation we will get. Therefore, this whole term we can represent it as a D. So what is the value of D? D is equal to epsilon 0 E plus P. Okay, in that format we have written here. If material is isotropic and linear, then E and P are parallel at each point, and they are related as P is equal to, this is a P is equal to Xc into epsilon 0 E. This Xc is denoted by G, that is electric susceptibility. This Xc is denoted by G or Chi, is known as a electric susceptibility. Okay, so D bar is equal to epsilon 0 E plus G epsilon 0 E bar, that is P is equal to this value. Directly put the value of P in that equation, we'll get this type of equation, that is Xc epsilon 0 E or G epsilon 0 E. Here take common terms outside, that is epsilon 0 is common and this epsilon 0 is common. Take common out, then in term in bracket remaining term is a Xc plus 1, that is this term Xc, and here term 1 is here, that is Xc plus 1 bracket close epsilon 0 E. But we know that epsilon r is equal to G plus 1. epsilon r क्या रहता है? Xc plus 1 or G plus 1. Put that value of epsilon in r here, then we'll get D bar is equal to epsilon 0 epsilon r E bar, or we can simply denote D is equal to epsilon E bar. Okay, so this is a mathematical treatment. Treatment is easy. Only relation between D and E is very important, but in terms of polarization, we have to write down equation, then we have to find out Qt, Then in terms of P, that is if material is isotropic and linear, then E and P are parallel at each point and they are related by this equation. Okay, this equation they are related by P bar is equal to G epsilon 0 E bar. So put that value in the previous equation, we will get this equation. Take common out, we will get this equation. But epsilon r is equal to G plus 1. Put that value, we will get this equation. So in summarized form, proof here mentioned, that is first we have to mention polarization causes increase in the electric flux density. Net increase in the bound charges within a closed surface is obtained, that is QB is equal to minus of closed integral S PdS, known as P is a polarization. Therefore we have to write down Gauss law in terms of epsilon 0 E. Write down that Gauss law here. Qt is equal to close integral epsilon 0 E ds bar. Then Qt is equal to formula Qb plus Q. Then Q is equal to Qt minus Qb. Subtract this equation 1 from equation 2. Then minus minus become plus. This will get this equation. D is equal to epsilon 0 E plus P. But P is equal to क्या है? Polarization term, that is if material is isotropic and linear, then E and P are parallel at each point and they are related by this relation. Okay, so this is a term Chi. Xe is denoted by Chi, and put that value of P in this equation. So we will get this equation of D bar. Find the value, take common epsilon 0 E bar, then we will get such type of equation. Okay, but epsilon r is given by a G plus 1. Put that value, we will get D bar is equal to epsilon 0 epsilon r E, or D bar is equal to epsilon E bar. Okay, next, dielectric constant and length. Then compare equation 6 and 7. So previous equation 6 and 7, if we compare, we'll get epsilon r is equal to 1 plus xe, and epsilon is equal to epsilon 0 epsilon r. We know this relation, epsilon is equal to epsilon 0 epsilon r. Therefore epsilon r is equal to E upon epsilon 0. Therefore we can write epsilon r is equal to 1 plus G is equal to epsilon upon epsilon 0, where epsilon r is a relative permittivity, also called as a dielectric constant. What is dielectric constant? It is a ratio of permittivity of dielectric to that of free space. The next definition is a dielectric strength, the minimum value of electric field at which dielectric breakdown takes place, or dielectric breakdown takes place, is called as a dielectric strength. So these are the basic relations we have to recall in an exam. So thank you. We will stop here. So in this today's lecture, we have studied polarization in dielectric.